What's up guys, today I wanted to make a quick video, a quick buying guide for older Samsung Galaxy smartphones, just to update you guys on the price, what to expect with performance, and also software updates. So let's go ahead and get started here. We got the Galaxy Note 9, and then we also have the Note 10. I do have the Note 10 Plus coming this month, guys. Also we have the S9, the S10, the S10e, and the S10 Plus. So these are all pretty much the relevant Galaxy phones, older flagship phones that I think you should definitely pick up. Phones that are a little bit older, like the S8 and the Note 8, I really don't recommend right now, honestly. But these I do, and they're at a great price. So let's go ahead and get started. So be sure to check out my full videos on all of these phones if you want to see more stuff in detail. I do have a ton of videos on all of these phones and comparisons. So let's go ahead and just talk about the Note 9 first, because it's a very interesting phone. I still think this is a awesome pickup to buy for 2022, mostly because it's still one of the best, cheapest phones with a built-in stylus. So its competition is the G stylus series from Motorola, but I still prefer the stylus on here. It's just a better stylus. It just feels more premium, and it's got the button on here too, right here. And yeah, I just enjoy using this a little bit more, and plus Samsung's software is just overall just better than the Moto G stylus software. So the thing to note about this phone for going to 2022 is this phone already stopped receiving the major OS updates. It is in its security patch stages, so I believe it's got 2 more years of security patches. So the phone is very much still usable, and also it's a very good performer when it comes to overall just speed. It's not really a laggy phone at all. It's got the Snapdragon 845 chipset in here. I actually really like the cameras in here as well. I had some people say, but you guys have to realize that the price of this phone, if I compare it to like a G series phone, stylus phone, this phone takes, to me, better photos than those phones. So I actually think the cameras are very good considering the price point here, and I might do a camera comparison just to show you guys how close or how much better these cameras actually are. But gaming on here is fine. It's not going to be able to max stuff out, but it will play games at a high settings. Some of them, not PUBG, but I do have a full gaming test for this guy. But the Note 9 is still a great phone. I think the highlights is definitely obviously the stylus, build quality, and then the screen on here is non-punch hole, so I think that's also something. It does not have a punch hole at all on here or any type of notch. You do get a little bit of bezel, but it's a beautiful 1440p display, and I just really like the Note 9, especially at this price point. Some of you guys were saying that the design was kind of aging a little bit, and I definitely kind of agree there. I don't think it looks super old, but I do agree. But most people are going to put a case on their phone anyway, so I didn't see that as like a big deal to not get the phone, honestly. Alright, so next we do have the Note 10. So if you do want to pick up a more recent phone, this is going to be a great option. Now the Note 10, this is just the standard version, so there is a Note 10 Plus, which I will get for you guys, but the standard Note 10 is smaller, so for people with smaller hands, it just it just feels better. But like I said, this phone is going to range in the range of like $350 to $400 depending on where you get it, and I absolutely love this phone. It is getting the Android 12 update as well. Beautiful design on here, and again, built-in stylus for $400. I still think this phone is way better than the Moto G stylus 5G. That's pretty much its competition, and it just runs circles around it. This phone has a beautiful display on here. I think pretty much, I think 91 almost screen to body ratio. So just look at the display on this guy. This is an awesome pickup. And this has the Snapdragon 855, and man, is this thing super fast when it comes to performance, and also gaming on here is going to be fantastic. You'll be able to actually play any game maxed out. PUBG, Call of Duty Mobile, Fortnite ran at 60 frames, absolutely crazy. And again, a super smooth phone when it comes to performance on here. And like I said, you got the built-in Note phone. You got the, not the Note phone, but the built-in stylus on here as well. The cameras are much better on the Note 10 as well, so that is also one thing to take into consideration. And the highlight with this phone, look at the design on here. If you get this color, beautiful design. I really think this is still like maybe my top three favorite design of all time. Absolutely beautiful design here, and you get a lot of the bells and whistles like the wireless power sharing. The under the display fingerprint sensor works really well on here. It's super fast as well. So there's a lot to like about this phone, and like I said, this is getting Android 12. That'll be the last major OS update for this phone, and then it'll get 3 years of security patches as well. So it's a no-brainer for people who want a stylus, built-in stylus, whether you do digital artwork or something like that. It's just an overall excellent performer. Alright, so let's go ahead and talk about the Galaxy S9. The Galaxy S9 is still a very good phone. I have the S9 Plus with the S9, still essentially pretty much the same with some minor spec differences. Now, the S9 comes in at around $214. I would recommend just go ahead and get the Plus because they really don't feel that too much different in terms of size, the standard S9, to be honest. This is still an excellent performer, and like I said, extremely cheap for 200 bucks. So I put this up there as one of my favorite $200 smartphones. So it is just an excellent performer. Again, the Snapdragon 845 chip does a pretty good job with gaming. Overall, the display on here is really nice looking as well. Again, it's the no notch, no punch hole display on here. Like I said, for this price point, if you just need a cheap phone, beautiful display, pretty fast phone, even for today, I really do like the S9 Plus. The cameras are pretty much identical to the Note 9, so you're going to get some pretty good image quality there. I still think this phone is going to be better than any phone that you can pick up for, you know, that $200 price point. It is very good, but it's very specific because it kind of starts to get into the S10e category. So that is my issue with the S9 Plus, because if you do want a S9 Plus, the S10e is like, it's almost about the same price, but you can see, well, I guess that's kind of a big size difference there. But I would go for an S10e if I'm in that $200 price point, to be honest with you guys, because the S10e, if you go on eBay, now Amazon refurbished is pretty good, but if you go on eBay, they have it for 200 bucks. Amazon refurbished has it for 250. This is an awesome phone. Still one of the best compact flagship phones that you can get still for now and then in 2022. This is still going to be one of the best. Super cheap Snapdragon 855, absolutely crazy performance on here. When Android 12 comes, it's going to get even better with the One UI 4 software as well. This thing can play games at max settings. Beautiful display with the little punch hole. All of these phones have the headphone jack except the Note 10. And yeah, so I just don't have any complaints. Like I said, I have tons of videos on this phone already. Really great cameras on the S10e. Like I said, really easy to one hand with this phone. Just super comfortable. The only thing about this phone is battery life is just kind of okay on this phone. It's like 4 hours and 30 minutes, which is not bad for the size of this phone. But yeah, so it's really not that bad. But I really like the S10e. Very powerful. I love the fingerprint scanner on this phone as well. I think that's definitely a highlight. It just feels really effortless to get into the phone. All these phones have stereo speakers as well, which sound absolutely phenomenal. Really nice sounding and loud. So the S10e, if you're looking for a compact phone for that 200 to 250, this is just a no-brainer. It's just super powerful. It's got all of the little flagship features, wireless power sharing on here. All of these have NFC, secure folders. All of these has the Samsung desktop support as well. Just a super powerful phone here. And the S10 is sort of like, if you want the S10e but it's just too small for you, I really believe this is a perfect size for most people. It is just a phenomenal phone. I really think this is one of the best phones that you can get, and the price on this one, it kind of has a weird price right now. The prices sort of fluctuate, but let's see. Yeah, they got them for, if you go on eBay, that's what I recommend. Right now, just go on eBay because right now they usually would be around 200 bucks, but now they're just kind of all over the place. So I really don't know because I've been looking at the phones, but maybe they're jacking phone prices up during the holidays. But I would just go on eBay because eBay is a little bit more. Oh, okay, there we go. 266. Yeah, that's about right. So that's what I paid for mine, 266. And yeah, the S10 is definitely a solid phone. Again, pretty much identical to the S10e. It's just slightly smaller if you don't want that smaller display. Then get the S10. Again, same thing. Android 12 is coming. Performance is awesome. Snapdragon 855. Can play games at high settings. Beautiful 1440p display. Just an awesome device here. So I really like the S10e. And battery life, that is sort of the thing here. Battery life is much better. You can get 6 hours of screen on time as opposed to the 4 hours and 30 minutes on the S10. So that's why I really like the S10, just the standard one. I think the price is right on that one. Now, if you want the big boy, the S10 Plus feels almost uncompromised because it's got the triple camera setup. It's also got the beautiful display on here. It does have the double punch hole, which some people hate, but I've grown to love it because of the wallpaper choices. But this has the best battery life. It's got the bigger battery, and I've just seen that this phone will give you just better, more consistent screen on time than these two phones will. And same thing, performance is going to be awesome on here. Android 12 is coming, so you will get Android 12 on all the S10 series, and then you get 3 years of security patches as well. And like I said, this one has all the bells and whistles. Like I said, the telephoto camera on here, the triple camera setup, is really nice to have on here as well. You get your 2x zoom on here. And yeah, so I just really like this phone picture wise, display wise. You got your headphone jack. The size of it is a really nice modern size for most people as well, because apparently these two phones, they really technically kind of fall in the compact sort of area, I guess, these days. So this will be your standard size for most people, that they would feel comfortable because it's big enough. It feels big enough. Performance on here is excellent as well. So I think buying an older Samsung flagship is just a no-brainer. It is just a good deal right now. I would prefer these over a lot of mid-range phones and pretty much any budget phone out right now. So let me know you guys' opinions. Be sure to let me know, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.